Let's change the subject here.
Okay.
Let's talk about the elephants.
Okay, let's talk about elephants.
Let's talk about the elephants. You went to India
I did.
to an elephant sanctuary?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, let's talk about that.
So I've always wanted to go to India. I don't know why. It's just been one of those places that I've always wanted to visit. And so last year in February, I decided to take the plunge, and I went for 1 month. Because if you're going that far, it's a 14-hour flight. You need to go for a good chunk of time.
Yeah, we don't want to be there for 5 days. Yeah,
Yes, yeah. So I broke the trip up. I went to a place called Dehradun, which is north of Delhi. It's sort of getting into the Himalayas, where I went to an
Must be a
ashram.
beautiful country then.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful country. I went to an ashram and I did meditation and yoga for 2 weeks, which really just chilled me out. Because, of course, when you have a business, you're always on the go. You're always on your phone, technology.
Yeah, you're always on a leash.
Yes. So it really helped me just to quiet my mind and just sort of get back to center. So I did that for 2 weeks. And then I traveled over to Agra, which is where the Taj Mahal is. And just outside of that is where the elephant sanctuary is.
Okay.
So I've been following this elephant sanctuary for probably about 6 months to a year before I went over there. And they do amazing work. So they rescue captive and abused elephants that are in really bad situations. And they bring them to the sanctuary. And
How large is the sanctuary? I mean, it's got to be like huge. I mean, for elephants.
Yeah, they have quite a bit of land. I actually don't know how much land they do, but they do have a good parcel of land that was given to them by the government. The sanctuary is run by a nonprofit organization called Wildlife SOS.
Where are they based? Yeah.
They're based in India.
They are based, okay.
Yeah. Interestingly enough, Prime Minister Trudeau was there the day before I arrived. So I was following him basically on his trip to India. So that was quite interesting. But yeah, basically these elephants are captive and they're in really bad situations.
Yes.
So they bring them there. So a lot of them have poor health, significant health issues actually. And so they bring them back to health as much as they can and just let them live the rest of their lives in a peaceful situation.
Let them retire peacefully, yeah.
Yeah, where they're not being abused.
How many elephants would they have? Yeah, and just, I mean...
Roughly, I think they have 40 elephants, roughly 20 males, 20 females. And they keep them separate because elephants obviously go into musk, and so for breeding issues and, things like that, they
just trouble. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. But they have a beautiful space, and when you volunteer with them, you're allowed to wash them. You get right into their pens
right in
with them.
That's where I was going with this.
Right in with them.
Yeah.
So they lay down in front of you, and you're literally scrubbing the elephant.
But they're very gentle. I mean,
they're very gentle.
Unless
yes.
Yeah.
Well, the thing with captive elephants, of course, is the wild has been taken out of them. Mm-hmm. So if they are still a wild animal, but to a certain extent, they will. They protect themselves, but they're very, very
they know you're not
humanized.
The enemy.
For example,
you're not the enemy.
Absolutely. They can feel your energy, right? Yeah. Elephants are extremely sensitive, extremely smart and very intelligent.
Family orientated.
Yes, they're very much like humans. They mourn like us. They circle around.
They protect their little ones.
They protect their matriarchal. So, and it was hard work. You're chopping sugar cane. We're chopping like 50 kg pails of food. We're feeding them. So
that's like 100 pounds.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, twice a day they eat 50 kg, and they all have their own diet. So there's a board.
That's incredible.
With all their names, so Peanut gets just squash. Because some of them don't have teeth, some of them are blind. So it's a very emotional.
There must be form a real bond with some of them.
Yes, absolutely.
Like you wouldn't form a bond with every one of them, but you must form a bond.
No, you connect with some of them for sure. Yeah. Yes,
and they recognize you. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, absolutely. Yes. So their mahout. A mahout is the handler who looked after the elephant. So the mahout actually comes with them to the sanctuary. And the mahout, interestingly enough, would be the person who would have abused them previously. Okay. So the sanctuary says, you can come to our sanctuary. We'll give you a job. We'll help you, we'll pay for you to stay with the elephant. You have to move away from your family, obviously. Mm-hmm. But we will train you to work with the elephants without abusing them. So you don't need to use a bell hook or, all these things. You can train the elephant, mm-hmm. but you don't have to use abusive techniques. So it's a really good setup that they have, that they're teaching these people how they can train and work with animals without abusing them.
Are you going back?
Oh, I'm going back. Yep.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Next February. Yeah.
I don't blame you.
February seems to be, yeah, I mean, the thing with a business is obviously, when you're a small business, you need to be working because you're, self-sustainable. But at the end of the day, you have to live life too. And it's really important for me to experience what I want to experience.